morning, everyone. We'll just wait 2 more minutes until 6 o'clock and then we'll get started. Good. 6 o'clock. Let's begin. So, sitting in whatever position works for you. If you struggle to sit cross-legged on the floor for a length of time, then consider perhaps lying on your back with your legs outstretched, a bolster behind your knees, or even sitting on a high-backed chair. Excuse me. Sitting with the back upright and the feet planted on the floor. If you do need to change position during the sitting, which is half an hour, then please feel free to do so. But as always, the invitation is there to do so mindfully. So, noticing that you feel the need to move, considering your response to that stimulus, and then moving with awareness and with mindfulness. If possible, staying connected with your breath and moving slowly as you change position. So, as before, I will start the sitting with 1 chime of the singing bowl, and then we will chant 3 ohms. If you want to join me, feel free. If you prefer to just listen, feel free to do so. So, settling into your position, gently closing your eyes. Breath in. Breath in. Allowing your breathing to settle into a beautiful, gentle, natural rhythm. As you allow yourself to fully arrive in the sitting, as you take a deep breath in, bringing your awareness to the base of the body. And as you breathe out, feeling the support of whatever surface it is that you're sitting on. Allowing yourself to settle completely, surrendering to the support that is there. Next breath in, bringing your awareness to your spine. Drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky. And as you exhale, settling into that elongation of your spine. And as you breathe naturally, recognizing your capacity to sit tall and dignified and at ease. Next inhalation, becoming aware of your head balancing evenly on your neck, on top of your spine. And as you exhale, allowing the chin to tuck slightly, or maybe even keeping the chin parallel to the floor. Softening in the temples, releasing the jaw. Teeth slightly apart, and all the little muscles around your eyes and around your mouth relaxed. Your tongue lying heavy in the mouth or otherwise pressing up against the roof of the mouth, or the tip of the tongue behind the front teeth. Next, breath in, drawing the attention to the shoulders. Noticing any tension that's there. And as you exhale, allowing them to draw gently down away from your ears, slightly back. Without arching the spine, just feeling that there's a slight opening through the heart center, embracing and recognizing our potential to both give and receive unconditional love. Next inhalation, becoming aware of the length of both of your arms. And on the exhalation, allowing them to completely relax. Both arms relaxed, heavy, at ease. And your hands, however you want them to be. Whether you have them cupped in your lap, whether your thighs, your hands are resting on your thighs, palms down, palms up. If you're sitting cross-legged, maybe you choose Anjali Mudra. Maybe you want to keep all fingertips together, another seal of yoga that symbolizes integration. Allowing your arms to relax. Next inhalation, drawing the attention to your belly. Noticing any tension that may be residing there. And as you exhale, allowing your belly to become more soft. Releasing any contraction, any sense of bracing, whilst maintaining a slight activation, just to support the length of the spine. Next inhalation, becoming aware of your gaze. If your eyes are closed, the eyelids are relaxed, and the inner gaze is turned slightly inwards and slightly upwards, as if to gaze at the point between the two eyebrows. If you prefer to have your eyes slightly open, you're gazing through your eyelashes at a point 1 to 2 meters ahead of you. The eyes soft. And with the next inhalation, becoming aware of your whole body sitting tall, dignified, present, at ease. And as you breathe out, allowing yourself to take a little mental snapshot of how this feels. And now we turn our attention to the body breathing itself. It may even be helpful to silently repeat the words, breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware of breathing out. Breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware of breathing out. Using the flow of breath to keep you in the present moment, watching each breath as it happens. Noticing every single time your mind wanders off away from the awareness of the breath. Noticing what kind of thoughts you're having. Planning, worrying, analyzing, criticizing. And then gently but firmly returning the breath or returning the attention to the breath. If your thoughts have wandered off and you've brought the attention back to your breath, notice in your body whether there's been an accompanying bracing. And if you do encounter tension, once you bring your attention back to your breath, simply use your exhalations to soften. Breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware of breathing out. It might be that that simple mantra keeps you present. It might be that the monkey mind is busy jumping here, jumping there. That's a very, very normal and natural thing to happen. The practice is one of becoming aware of the movements of the mind. And choosing a response. Breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware of breathing out. Again, simply noticing every single time your thoughts have drifted away. Noticing whether they're taking you into the future, whether they're taking you into the past. Noticing what kind of thoughts they are. Giving the thoughts a name. Worrying, planning, analyzing. Whatever it might be, noticing your pattern. Noticing any tension that may arise when you move out of the present moment. And gently but firmly bringing yourself back to the breath, to the present moment with the next inhalation and the next exhalation. breathing in. I'm aware of breathing in. Breathing out. I'm aware of breathing out. Every single time you become aware of tension in your body, maybe make a mental note about where your tension shows up. Your shoulders, your jaw, your belly, your neck, your face, and using your next exhalation to soften into those areas, the calm, relaxed position of the body, giving the message to the brain that all is well. Breathing in, being aware of breathing in. Breathing out, being aware of breathing out. For the next few moments, simply continuing in that way. Noticing when the thoughts drift off, noticing what kind of thoughts they are, and gently but firmly bringing your attention back to your next breath in and your next breath out as you soften into any areas of tension. breath in. Breath in. Keeping the eyes gently closed and bringing your palms together, rubbing the palms to generate some friction. And then cupping the hands over the closed eyes. And gently opening your eyes into the warmth of the hands, rolling the eyes to face all the way up, all the way down, all the way right, left, top right, bottom left, top left, bottom right, center forward, and gently releasing your hands. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning, day 4 of the South African lockdown. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe and thank you for showing up. As always, I'll stay live for a few more minutes, so if there are any questions. Yeah, monkey mind seems to be a thing for a lot of people. Of course, our minds are busy, busy, busy. With all that's going on, all the information, there's a lot to process. Thank you. There's a lot to process. So, this is why we sit. To become aware of what's going on with ourselves, with our minds, and to give ourselves an opportunity to practice slowing down, becoming more at ease with the present moment, because who knows what our future is going to look like. There are bound to be all sorts of negative consequences, of course, there already are. There are bound to be all sorts of wonderful consequences. There already are. But it's all in the future. We don't know how it's going to be. And so we practice sitting with uncertainty, finding equanimity. Thank you for all the beautiful comments. I'm so inspired by all of you that turn up early in the morning at a time where you could probably sleep until a lot later than you would usually. Any other questions? Just send me a quick message now, or otherwise DM me later. I'm always available to answer questions. I might not have the answer, but I'll do what I can. Thank you, there's a question. Okay, so what pranayama would you suggest for more mind calming? The one that works the best for me personally when I'm feeling frazzled or wanting to calm my thoughts, my mind down, sorry, holding you in suspense there, is the alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. There are many, many different ways of doing Nadi Shodhana. I'll talk you quickly through the one that works for me and that I teach. You'll need to blow your nose first. As always, sitting tall. For this one, your left hand will be down, either on your left knee, your left thigh, or just sitting in your lap. And your right hand comes up to your face. Your right thumb against your right nostril. Your pointing finger and your middle finger resting at the third eye or the center of your eyebrows. And your ring finger and your pinky finger just hovering above your left nostril. Check in with this right shoulder. The tendency is that it lifts up. Let it settle down. So you're closing your right nostril. Open the left. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Close left. Open right. Breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in right. 3, 2, 1. Close right, open left, breathe in. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. So that's one round of alternate nostril breathing. You start on the left, you end on the left. You can lengthen or shorten the inhalations and the exhalations depending on what works for you. And the benefits are huge. One of them is that you are forcing, that's a very un-yogic word to use, you are encouraging regulation of your breath. So by counting, by keeping aware of the count, you are managing to lengthen the inhalation and the exhalation, not to the point of stressing yourself out, but just controlling the flow of breath in and out. The left and the right have a very calming, very balancing effect on our brains. There's a magic that happens with any sort of left-right brain integration exercise. So if you're finding that you're overly emotional at the moment, overly anxious, or perhaps it's more that you are being overly analytical, practical, trying to soldier on making practical plans without actually allowing yourself to feel the inevitable emotion about this strange time. That breath work can help us to kind of balance the different brains, the left brain, the right brain, bringing us to a place of greater calm. It's a great opportunity to practice noticing tension and allowing our bodies, our minds to release that tension. Because if you sit, say you do 2 minutes of alternate nostril breathing, or 5 minutes, or perhaps you counting your time by doing rounds. Maybe you're going to do 5 rounds. 1 round is starting left, ending left. During that time, your mind won't really be able to wander away because you need to focus on the practice. But you will notice when you are becoming hunched up and tense and that right shoulder starts lifting. And it's such a beautiful opportunity to respond to that stimulus with a response that serves you. So it's not about stopping your practice or throwing your practice away. It's about noticing what's going on whilst you're doing something else. And reacting to that, softening. So yeah, that would be my number one breath work, pranayam, for a busy mind, a monkey mind. There are many others that involve counting that can also help. One of the classic ones is the 4-7-8 breath. This is supposed to be very, very good for insomnia, for if you can't sleep at night, lying in your bed even. Breathing in for the count of 4. Holding the breath for a count of 7. And as you hold, you release, you relax. And breathing out for 8. In for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. So that would be another one, the 4-7-8 breath. People swear by it. I've tried to find scientific evidence or explanations as to why that combination of numbers, of counting, is supposed to be so beneficial. I haven't really found anything specific about that particular formation. If there's anyone there who has, please send it to me. But for me, what seems apparent is that by focusing on the numbers, it gives that monkey mind something to do. So very consciously keeping you in the present moment. And of course, the extended exhalations, especially if you're breathing all the way down into your belly, if you do that for a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, that sort of slow exhalation, that conscious breathing, can help to shift us from a sympathetic nervous response to a parasympathetic nervous response. It takes a while, it takes a number of minutes, but if you're doing just that, if you are using those exhalations or the holds even to notice where you're tensing up and softening into that tension, you are practicing giving yourself the gift of relaxing. And it might be with every single breath that you have to do it. And that's fine, that's what you do. So it's just a very practical way of becoming aware of what's going on in your body and your mind. Gives your monkey mind something to do. And of course the extended exhalations are just wonderfully soothing. But tweak the length of the spaces between your counts, so there's no point in trying to do such a long hold or exhalation that you start becoming panicked for breath. So yeah, just play around with that, see how that goes. Deep belly breathing, of course, one of the absolute gems of a pranayama practice. Simply, in fact, what I would suggest for this one, if you want to try it out, is to lie on your back and put something on your belly. So I usually use these eye pillows if I'm teaching. You can use a book, you can use a soft toy. You can use anything really that's going to be able to balance on your belly and provide a bit of weight. And then you simply breathe into your belly. So when you're breathing in, you're trying to not just breathe into your chest, you're trying to breathe into your belly so that your whole belly lifts. And you'll know how it's lifting, or that it's lifting, by the rise of whatever it is that you've weighted yourself down with. And then on the exhalation, you release into the belly, and you'll feel and be cognizant of the falling of your belly. Breathing in, into the belly, lifting up whatever it is that's there. Exhaling, releasing whatever it is that's there. That's an absolute beauty. So many of us, especially when we are tense, breathe into the very tops of our lungs here, almost under the collarbones, these short, shallow breaths. And of course, there's a whole vicious circle that happens there. These short breaths mean that we don't get enough oxygen. When we're not getting enough oxygen, we start to feel panicked. We are giving the message to our nervous system that there is clear and present danger, which of course triggers a flood of cortisol, adrenaline, taking us deeper and deeper into a stress response. If we're able to pause, notice what's happening, take a deep breath in, take a full breath out. If you can, lie on your back and do that deep belly breathing. That is going to enable you to take your breathing into a place that it really can benefit you. Using the diaphragm to breathe, this big breathing muscle that so many of us don't use properly. We tend to use these secondary breathing muscles, the shoulders, which is why if you're feeling stressed, you so often hunch up, because your shoulders are trying to help you breathe. Once you've mastered the art of a deep belly breath, you can let the work happen here so you can keep your shoulders relaxed. So those are 3 calming breaths that I can think of immediately. The Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril, that's the same thing.